Hey folks, this is Kalani. Patch 10.2 is just around the corner, which means we're heading into Season 3 of Dragonflight very soon. The patch should go live around about November 7th, so let's use that as our deadline for getting any end of season achievements or goals completed. There are a lot of different rewards being removed with the end of Season 2, and some things are actually going to be much easier if you wait for the new season to roll around. There are also a lot of things you can do to best prepare yourself and your characters for the new season, so let's go over everything to do before patch 10.2 goes live, as well as some things which might not be worth your time. Now before we jump in, be sure to hit up that like button and subscribe so you never miss another video. Something that everyone should get done before 10.2 rolls around is complete the initial set of story quests that we have access to in patch 10.1.7. If you open your map at the top of your quest log, you should see the Emerald Dream story progress. We have access to the first chapter, the Coalition of Flames, right now in 10.1.7. The quest line starts at Chandra's Feathermoon in Valdrakken. These quests are required to continue the new content in patch 10.2, which is what leads us into the new zone with all of the shiny new stuff. So if you sit on this and you don't get it done until 10.2 goes live, you're going to be stuck running through it anyway while everyone else is zooming through the Emerald Dream. Thankfully, you will only have to do these quests on one character. In patch 10.2, your alts will have the option to skip over this quest as long as you have done it once on your account. So you don't have to go and do it on every character you want to play in the new patch, just once is enough and then everyone else can skip over it in 10.2. So be sure you do the new quest line on at least one character before 10.2's release date. With us heading into a whole new season in patch 10.2, a lot of current season achievements and rewards will become unobtainable after season 2 ends, so you'll have until patch 10.2 hits live servers to get most of this stuff done. The first set of achievements going away in season 3 are the Ahead of the Curve and Cutting Edge achievements for the Aberrus raid. You'll need to kill Sarkareth on Heroic to get your AOTC achievement, or kill them on Mythic to get the Cutting Edge achievement. Most other rewards in the raid, like the full transformation dragon riding customization option or the Evoker legendary, should remain unchanged as far as we know. So if you still want to collect that kind of thing, you will still have plenty of time after the season ends. It just might be a bit harder to get a group together to actually head into the raid. On the flip side, the higher item levels that we'll get in season 3 should make clearing the raid much easier, so it will be easier in some ways but harder in others. Either way, those items aren't going away as far as we know, so focus on getting the time limited stuff like the achievements first. Now, something else you need to know about...
Kalani, are you ready for raid? Invites are in 10 minutes.
10 minutes? We didn't eat anything yet. We can't raid on an empty stomach.
Don't worry, that's why we have Factor.
Factor takes the guesswork out of grocery shopping and meal prep, saving you time and energy for other things like killing more raid bosses. The no-hassle prepared meals ensure you always have something nutritious on hand when you don't have time to think about making a meal from scratch. Your meals are delivered fresh, never frozen to your door, just heat, eat and enjoy. You can pop them in the oven or microwave them in just 2 minutes, saving you time to spend where it really matters. We found it's especially great for nights when we don't have much time to transition from work to social activities like raid night or spending time with family. With so many meal options available, you can change things up every week with a variety of menus to help you meet your nutrition goals. You can pause your orders whenever you like, making it incredibly flexible. The meals are delicious and they save us from ordering unhealthy takeout because we didn't factor in dinner for the week. So head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code KalaniWow50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. Now getting back to the video, there are also a lot of dungeon achievements tied to Season 2. Getting to 1500 Mythic Plus rating will reward you with the Keystone Conqueror achievement and the Smouldering title, and then getting to 2000 plus Mythic rating will reward you with the Keystone Master achievement and the Inferno Armadon mount. So if you want either of these rewards, you'll need to hit the rating requirements before the end of Season 2. If you're looking for a further challenge, you can get the Keystone Hero achievement at 2500 rating that rewards you with the Obsidian Aspectral Earthstone that unlocks new effects on some Season 2 gear sets. There is one other Mythic Plus reward to earn for the big key pushers out there. If you can complete a Keystone on plus 20 or above, you will get the Keystone Hero achievement for that dungeon, which includes a teleport spell directly to the dungeon. With the dungeon rotation changing again for Season 3, we won't be able to get the teleport spells or achievements for the Season 2 dungeons in 10.2, so if you want them, you will need to get those done before the season ends. If you're interested in doing some extra preparation for the new season, you could take a look at the new dungeon rotation coming our way and refresh yourself on how those dungeons work, their layout, which bosses might be problematic, all that wonderful Mythic Plus prep stuff. We're going to see quite a few older dungeons this time around, which could be interesting, or could be a complete mess, but it might be worth running through them once or twice before the season starts to give yourself the best chance of success early on in the season. Another dungeon-related achievement that is going away at the end of the season is the Defender of the Timeways achievement. This one requires you to clear the Dawn of the Infinites mega dungeon on Mythic difficulty before the next raid tier comes out, and that one rewards you with the Of the Infinite title, which is pretty cool, so this is another achievement you might want to secure before patch 10.2 goes live. Then there are also various PvP rewards going away with the end of Season 2, including the Season 2 Gladiator title and mount, so you have limited time left if you're still shooting for that one. Then there is also the Vicious War Snail mount for winning rated PvP matches, or the Elite PvP Transmog sets, which you can get from getting up to 1800 rating in rated PvP. All of these rewards are seasonal, so you only have until the end of Season 2 to acquire them. That's most of the end game rewards that are going away with Season 2, but there are quite a few other things I would encourage you to look into before 10.2 goes live. Gear is always a big question in these kinds of videos. Should I gear up? What item level is good? Isn't everything getting reset anyway? And the answer is more or less always the same. It depends on what you want to do. Getting some gear will be good to help you get through the new outdoor world content coming in 10.2. A fresh level 70 character might struggle a bit in the new zone, so having at least a bit of gear isn't going to hurt. But I wouldn't go crazy with it, especially for your alts. The catch-up gear available from the Dream Surge event, the item level 402 stuff, that will be more than enough to get your characters through the new zone, and then you'll start earning much higher item level gear in patch 10.2 anyway. If you are already at a higher item level, grinding out anything else right now would probably be a waste of time. When Season 3 lands, everything will reward a much higher item level, and it's actually going to be a larger jump than usual this time. For example, Season 2 Mythic Raid Gear is the same item level as Season 3 Looking for Raid Gear. All of the Mythic Plus Keystone dungeons will reward much better loot, and even the open world events in Season 3 have some pretty high item level loot waiting for you. Now I know a lot of folks are probably asking, but what about my Flightstones and Crests? Should I save them up? Should I farm some more? The answer to both of those questions is a very simple no. It's almost guaranteed that Flightstones will get reset. Almost every seasonal currency gets reset when the next season rolls around, so don't feel like you need to hold on to or hoard your Flightstones. If that's the reason why you don't want to upgrade gear before the patch, don't worry about it. They will almost certainly get reset down to 0, and you will need to farm them again in 10.2. The same thing goes for your crests. They are actually going to turn into vendor trash and will have a whole new set of crests to collect in the new season, which actually go into your currency tab, so that's definitely going to be a nice change. So don't hold on to your crests or Flightstones or try to farm any extra in preparation for the new patch. You'll just be wasting your time and effort. So feel free to use up your crests and upgrade materials to get some extra item levels, but I wouldn't go too crazy with trying to get your best in slot gear or any rare trinkets or items at this point in the season. Everything is going to reset, and we're going to be chasing much higher item levels in under a month's time. So gearing up probably isn't worth spending much time on, but right now is the perfect time to level up any characters that you might want to play in the new season. Leveling up has been pretty easy in Dragonflight for the most part, but it's even faster right now thanks to the Turbulent Timeways event. During this event we have constant access to time-walking dungeons, which have always been great for quickly leveling and fast experience, but during the event each time-walking dungeon you complete gives you a stacking 5% bonus experience buff that caps out at plus 30%, so leveling is super easy and fast while this event lasts. So whether you want to try out some of the new class reworks for the rogues, demon hunters or priests, or you just want to try something new in patch 10.2, it's much better to level up now and be able to play the new patch content right away. The event also has some great ways to get easy loot as well, so if you were really itching to just get a few more upgrades before the new patch, the Time Walking event is probably your best chance. The weekly quest rewards you with a random piece of heroic raid loot, which can be up to item level 444 if you get lucky, and then the Time Walking raids also drop item level 415 gear, which is great when you consider how easy the Time Walking raids are. The Time Walking event should last pretty much up until the new patch, so be sure to take advantage of it for both the super easy leveling as well as the free heroic raid loot if that's something you're interested in. Now there is another event that you might be interested in that has a bit of a time limit, though it's not tied directly to the new patch. The Eastern Kingdoms Cup is the second dragon riding race event we have, and as you might have guessed, this time the races are located in Eastern Kingdom zones. The same rules apply, you get badges for each race completed, more badges for better race times, and you can trade those badges in for dragon riding customization manuscripts, as well as a transmog set. There are new rewards on the vendor for this event, so it's not all of the same stuff as the Kalimdor Cup, and you only have until October 17th to buy everything you want. Just a heads up if you hadn't seen the event was active somewhere else. Another important factor to consider before Season 3 are your professions. We don't have too many large changes coming to professions in patch 10.2, but that doesn't mean professions won't be important. To start with, crafted gear has taken a bit of a hit in the new season. The item levels for crafted gear are now lower when compared to their equivalent tier of gear, and on top of that, both the heroic and myth upgrade tracks have been extended, so you can upgrade those endgame rewards much higher than crafted gear. On top of that, embellishments have also been nerfed pretty badly, so they won't contribute as much power to a crafted item. These changes don't make crafted gear worthless, but I doubt crafted gear will occupy as many best in slot spots as it did previously. I think it will still be great for quickly gearing up at the start of a new season, especially for alts later on down the line, but I honestly would not spend too much time or effort trying to prepare a crafting profession if you haven't already established it and earned a lot of crafting knowledge. You definitely still can, it's your game time after all, I just wouldn't expect a huge payoff for it. On the flip side, enchanting will have the same job in Season 3. They'll get the new enchanted crest recipes, so enchanters will be quite valuable once again. Enchanting doesn't require anywhere near as much time or gold investment to be useful in the new season when compared to a lot of crafting professions, so take a look at some of the changes or lack of changes coming to professions and decide which ones you might want to take into Season 3. If you haven't done anything with your professions yet, enchanting would actually be a really good pickup going forward. Moving on, something you want to make sure you get done before the new patch is to collect all of the currently available dragon glyphs. Patch 10.2 not only introduces more glyphs for us to collect, but also brings 3 new talents for us to unlock. Usually you'd have to collect the new glyphs to unlock the new talents, but seeing as we can now freely respec our dragon riding talent choices, you can take glyph points out of unused or lackluster talents, like Aerial Halt, and swap those points into the new talents. The 2 I would immediately swap to in the new patch are Second Wind, which gives you on-demand vigor regeneration, as well as Swift Skimming, which lets ground skimming activate while you're zooming, giving you even more vigor regen. You can then fill in the other talent points with the new glyphs in 10.2, but if you don't have all of the dragon glyphs from the Dragon Isles and Zaralek Cavern, you're not going to have enough points to move around as you wish at the start of 10.2. So be sure you collect all of the dragon glyphs sometime before 10.2 rolls around, and I would definitely recommend getting an add-on like Handy Notes or something similar, which marks the location of each glyph on your map. It makes it super simple to get them all. And then to round out this video, there is a very interesting new achievement coming in patch 10.2 that lets you ride around on your old flying mounts in the Dragon Isles. The Dragonflight Pathfinder achievement is a bit of an odd one, but if you want to be able to use your old flying mounts and old flying style to AFK hover in the air, or just have better control over your flying, you'll want to get this achievement in the new patch. The reason that I mention it here is you can get a good chunk of this achievement's requirements done before the patch comes out. You need to complete the story quests for each Dragon Isle zone, as well as for the Zaralek Cavern in patch 10.1. You then need to explore the Dragon Isles, explore Zaralek Cavern, explore the Emerald Dream, and earn Renown 15 with every available faction, including the new one in 10.2. So you can get everything done except Renown 15 with the new faction and exploring the new zone. The big requirement there for most folks would probably be the 15 Renown with every faction, but if you don't have anything else to do between now and 10.2, that's something for you to work towards so you can unlock that Pathfinder achievement as quickly as possible in patch 10.2. But that's everything I would recommend you get done before patch 10.2 and Season 3 go live. What are you going to focus on over the next few weeks? Is there anything you think I missed that ought to be on this list? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and to all of our members here on YouTube. You can see the names floating by on screen. If you'd like to add your name to the end of every video with a special shout out at the start of the next video, you can find links in the description over to Patreon or click the join button just below this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, folks. Good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.